Today is Wednesday, April the 17th. And wow, what a day for some of our stocks. Apple, Intel, pretty amazing. We left yesterday saying that the S&P was range bound. And we moved outside of that range just a tiny little bit at the 2 o'clock hour here and in the opening hour. But we're still staying within that range. So when we go to the weekly, which is what we've been tracking, we're still seeing the Chiku span out here. And it's a long fall before it finds support. It would next find support probably on the 50 simple moving average, which would bring us down to 28.72. Overall, today the market was down 6 points. Apple, the volatility index, by the way, is still pathetically low. There is no fear out there. No one's buying puts, to protect themselves from a market downdraft. So Apple finished just under 203. What an amazing day. And that would be credited to the news that they had settled with Qualcomm. And that was a very expensive settlement. We don't know what it cost, but the market was just glad. And they rewarded Qualcomm with a big boost in their stock. Same with Apple. What it meant for Intel is that Intel announced that they were going to get out of the modem business competing with Qualcomm. And I guess the market liked that because Intel had, I think we can take this down now. I'm going to say for the last time that I was spooked at 55.14, and I hope you stayed in the trade and had more guts than I did because you would have been rewarded. There is a new high. The previous high was right here. We finished above that, and we actually moved even higher during the day. So quite a day for Intel. I would put a trailing stop of 50 cents to $1 and make sure you keep your profits. Caterpillar, still heading towards the completion of the Gartley, which will be at 149.52. We find ourselves just under 143 today. And look what resistance was. The resistance today was right on the cloud. So as soon as price hit the Senku span A, which in an inverse cloud like this, it's the bottom span, the bottom marker. As soon as it hit that, rejection. Gold, in spite of the market being down, gold miners didn't have a good day. Fallen through the cloud. The Chiku span now is heading down towards the cloud. So weakness is going to see us come down to next week, this week, possibly come down to 21.46. So we're going to put a alert. And we're going to say that we want when the Chiku span touches the Senku span B, because it's a yellow cloud, it's a normal position where the Senku span A is on the top and B is on the bottom. So we're going to trigger that multiple times. So we're going to get an alert when the oops, I said B, and I should have said A. So I'll fix that later. Intel. Intel finished well off of its highs. We've covered that already. WDC, still struggling with the 50-day, the 200-day moving average. We're actually over it now. We finished the day just above the 200, so this is good. I'm bullish on WDC. What else should we take a look at? There's Google for you. Let's look at Google on a weekly basis. There's the Chiku span out in the open looks a lot like the S&P chart. Amazon, similar chart to Google and the S&P, run a weekly basis. The Chiku span is running free. Its next point of resistance is going to be on the 50-day moving average. So that's going to be, if it were this week, it would be 1882. So I hope you kept Intel. The market is still troublesome in that it's not doing anything. The market breadth indicator finished yesterday right at the 0 line. Today, advancers trailed decliners by 57% to 36%. So we're going to see the McClellan oscillator tomorrow morning will start below the 0 line, maybe right in line with this one right here. So churning on either side of 0, which of course fits the narrative of the S&P being range bound. And it has been now. Well, we can take this and we can bring it back to even here. So it's been range bound since April the 12th, 1 week.